Welcome back to video 2 on Namalsk survival. The thing you're going to find out about here is how to cook your food. Namalsk is a bitter, bitter place, and you will see that a lot of it is frozen, and there's a lot of areas that are just not good at all to survive in. Swimming is straight out the window. Don't ever swim on this server if you can help it. And one of the things you're also going to notice is that your food is frozen. Hmm. So how do we eat it? Well, the honest answer is you can kind of eat it froze, but it's really not a good idea. Your core temperature will drop quickly and you will die. So how do we fix this? Well, in order to actually do this, you're going to make a fire. A fire is made with sticks, as you can see here, and you're going to need something to start it with. We're going to use our handy dandy little shirt here, this hoodie. I'm going to use a knife. I'm going to take the knife out. We're going to cut this hoodie up. This should give us a couple of rags. We'll put our knife back in the sheath. Put it back in our inventory. We're going to take these rags and we're going to stick them to the fireplace. And this should give us what we need to start a fire. Now, when you start off in Namalsk, you have everything you need to start a fire. You have bare hands, you have rags, and you have a flare. So we're going to start it with a flare. Pop the flare. It will make some light. And then we're going to use the flare to ignite the fire. The timer will tick, and when it's ended, your fire will be lit. Now, we're going to take this flare and put it in the fireplace. This will get rid of it, and it will make the light go away around you. This is important too because at night you really don't want people to see where you are. So, there it goes. Fire burned out, or the flare burned out. Let's go get some more wood. Once again, take our knife out and chop down the bush. Okay, it'll give us 2 more sticks. We take this back into our hand, close the door, and attach this to the fire, and we now have a fireplace. Now, you'll notice I have an indicator down here, and that is I have a cold. Now, this is not really bad, but it's more annoying because your character is going to eat food quickly, and you're going to burn through food, and the longer you're cold, the more your calories you burn, and the harder it is for you to just be quiet and hang around. Now, we have this can of dog food, but it's frozen. So what we do is we take this, walk close to our fire, and we're going to set it down beside it. After a couple minutes, you will see that the dog food can starts to get unfroze. You can also do a very quick way and just stick it in the fireplace, but I don't recommend this. If you miss it one good time, you're pretty much done. Now, sitting by the fire has another bonus, and that is it will give you a buff. We're going to sit by this fire for a minute until we get this buff, and the way we're going to know it is if we have a plus sign beside us, and as you can by our temperature bar. And as you can see, I have a plus sign beside my temperature bar. This means I am warmed up and I have a good warm core, and my character will be warm while running out in the cold. Now, our dog food, you can see, is not frozen anymore, but it is freezing. That means if I leave it out, it will become frozen again. We're going to let it get defrosted for a minute. I'm going to stick it in the fire super quick and show you how fast. There it goes. Just that fast, the dog food went to drenched. That means that the ice is frozen off of it, or ice is defrosted off of it, and we now have our Hey Buddy food ready to eat. and you eat it just as you normally would. And our stomach is now full. So that icon means we're full of food and we're full of water. We can eat a little bit more. We're stuffed again, and that's good. So now we're going to put this back in our inventory. The food is hot, so it's 30 degrees Celsius, and that should be good for us. Now, in order to get rid of this cold buff, you have the cold, you can basically just wait it out. It'll go away on its own, or you can use antibiotics and get rid of it very quickly. Normally I just let it go, and it eventually goes away on its own, especially when I'm in good shape like I am and all my gear's good. As we move away from the fire, you'll notice this icon down here has turned yellow. That's still indicating that you have the buff, and you're in good shape to where you can now survive for a slight amount of time, just a little bit, out in the Namalsk, and the wind and the cold will not bother you quite as much. Hope you found this. Hope you found that. There goes words. Hope you found this useful. Thank you.